to Rick Olive.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me, the Macho Rick Olive.
I might take that moniker.
All right, go for it. You got the lowdown.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the lowdown on the Royal Rumble 2018.
You got the Royal Rumble. Ooh.
Shout out to Thriller Priest who couldn't be here today to give the report like he usually does.
You know, he changed diapers right now.
Yeah, God bless him.
That man is ankle deep in duty.
So it was a great Royal Rumble in my eyes. It was worth the watch. Definitely worth the spin. And if you have the W Network, you automatically watch it. If not, you can go on YouTube or.
It's always one of my favorite pay-per-views too.
Yeah, it's like
Rumble.
it's one of the it's like the major four.
Yeah.
It's one of the major four. It's like Survivor Series, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, and SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And then one more. I forgot the other one. I haven't watched wrestling as much as I would like to. But it was great.
The finger poke.
The finger. I don't know. Backlash. Clash of Champions.
Is Backlash that deep?
No, Backlash came down further down the line. It's just now there's like a pay-per-view every month with WWE now, so it's just like hard to keep track of all of them. You can't always be there to watch every single one, even though I would like to. But
WWE.
like most of the pay-per-views nowadays with WWE, there is a kickoff show, and the kickoff show was pretty lackluster. It wasn't that great. The notable mention goes to Rick Rude and Bobby Roode.
I was about to say,
Well, because
it's like,
I'm a huge fan of
did he come out of
Bobby
retirement?
Roode. I'm a huge fan of Bobby Roode. I love his / Ric Flair / Rick Rude gimmick that he has going on. I think it's a great selling gimmick, and he does a great job of doing it. He wrestled Mojo Rawley. He's actually the U.S. Title champion holder right now, Bobby Roode, and he has this open match. He comes in, talks a lot of smack, and then he gives somebody back there, some lowly little wrestling jobber guy, a chance to win the U.S. title, which they never do. And it was Mojo Rawley.
Is that like a legit shot?
It's a legit shot.
Those?
It's a legit shot.
Okay,
Cena started it when he was U.S. champion, when he kind of fell into the background a little bit, and he would just randomly come out on Raw and just invite anybody back to this. The first guy to step out will get the challenge.
Okay, see, that's decent because I remember
awesome.
back in the day, what they would do is they'd set those up. Yeah. But it was always to have like, okay, well, I'm going to come out. And so it's like, and they'd give the dude the mic and have him make like some really pompous speech. I've earned my shot. Yeah. I'm here because I deserve this. And then just like destroy him in 2 moves.
Yeah. And that's pretty much. But nowadays it's legitimate shot. Like the U.S. title has become like a legitimate title now. So, it used to be one of those like lackluster titles back in the day. And they've introduced
because it was like 5 different titles. And you only cared about the world championship. It's like the Intercontinental.
Now there's a Universal Championship. Like, there's a Universal.
Wait, how many? Wait, isn't there? Is there still
like
is there
total
2 world,
like
it's been a while. Is there 2 world championship belts?
Yes. There's a Universal title which Brock Lesnar holds currently, and then there's the regular WWE Championship title which AJ Styles currently holds, and then there's the tag, and then there's the US, and there's the Continental.
Okay, so for the top 2, the Universal and the World, which one is like?
Universal was like the pinnacle. The Universal was like the heavyweight, like the super heavyweight, like where you would have Muhammad Ali at the top. So Brock is like your Muhammad Ali at this point,
right?
Pretty much, because he pretty much holds everything.
Okay, that's a shame.
Who was the first one out in the Rumble too?
The first one out in the Rumble. Oh, I didn't even really remember that because honestly, the male Rumble was lackluster in my eyes. Notable mention to me was when Hurricane came out. It was pretty cool, the Hurricane, like old school character from back in the day.
GL character. Who you talking about, man? I not know Hurricane.
Shit,
I don't know Hurricane. No, for real though, is Hurricane really like a force? Because I remember he's always been like a third tier.
To me, he's always been like second, third tier kind of guy.
Yeah, right.
But it's just it's a 30-man slot. You got to fill it in, and you gotta. And it's fun to just kind of watch who comes out every year.
Here comes Shane McMahon. Like really?
Like I think I could have sworn 1 year Hornswoggle came out. I'm like, really? Hornswoggle?
No,
people.
Or Mick Foley had all 3 of his characters come out.
I know, which was like that was like a great Rumble.
Yeah,
I remember that Rumble. That was actually like a great Rumble.
Right.
Like one of the best ones I've seen
in '98 or something like that.
I think the best one was when they threw Shawn Michaels out. He landed on 1 foot.
Right. Oh my God! But that happens more often too. And like notable mention to that too, because the New Day, like the best wrestling tag team gimmick ever. They are catching on to this geeky, nerdy trend, this anime character type situation that they're trying to really sell, and they're doing a great job at it. Like the pancake gimmick is great. Kofi got thrown out of the ring and literally lands 1 foot on Xavier Woods, and then Big E comes up and literally signs pancakes other the other foot, so he doesn't actually physically put his second foot on the floor, which is awesome. And and then another notable mention of the Rumble,
wait.
pancakes. They have this huge thing because Big E comes out. I think he was like the 6th or the he was like the 6th entrance, and he comes out, and Heath Slater had came out earlier, and pretty much he's become like this punching bag for everybody that comes down. So every about 20 seconds, Heath Slater's getting ready to come back in the ring, and somebody will come down and totally mishandle him real quick, which was actually probably the funniest part of that male Rumble. But Big E comes out and literally just sits there. He picks him up and he lifts him up. He's like dusting dirt off him, then he feeds him pancakes and slams him to the ground again, which is awesome. So I totally enjoy it.
Wait, which year was it? I forget the dude. He was thrown out of the ring, but he landed on the announcer's table.
Kofi.
So then that was Kofi.
Probably Kofi.
Yeah,
Kofi's probably like the only male who literally like you want Kofi in the Rumble. Kofi makes the Rumble fun. Kofi does find some miraculous way to not
get out.
Eliminated first couple minutes. Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember.
It's ridiculous. Tell.
He literally got thrown out, and he's just like diving. Like he got thrown out, but he landed on the announcer table, and he just stood there. Like better yet, the year when he got thrown out, landed 1 foot, and then he found a way to jump onto the barricade.
Yeah,
and walked around the barricade. He had to walk around the barricade.
Yeah, I saw that. Just like bounce his way over,
get to the steps, so he doesn't physically touch the floor, which is incredible. I mean, the stuff that Kofi does.
The one I'm talking about though is this dude. He pushed the announcers off the chair with the wheels, and then rode himself back to the ring.
Yeah, it's Kofi, bro.
Rode himself back to the ring, stood up on the chair, and then jumped back. And that's like that's legal.
Well, it's funny you say that because that's another, like I told you, was historical because in a sense the first ever women's Rumble happened, and that's what Naomi ended up doing during that. She got thrown out the ring, didn't physically get technically eliminated yet. So she found a way to get back into the match where she walked on the barricade a little bit, then got onto the roller chair, and then literally dragged her push-up status and dragged herself over to the steps and then jumped on the steps. It was fabulous because she's essentially the Kofi Kingston of the women's arena.
I'm surprised we have not seen someone get thrown out, but not completely so they don't face plant or anything, but they land just so they can handstand and hand walk back to the ring.
He did it. Kofi's done it.
He did the hand walk.
Yeah. Damn. He's done it a couple. He's been doing it for the last 6 Rumbles.
He's doing some he's on point. Got his game in lock. He's pulling the full Adam Willis.
So moving on, WWE Championship was up. It was AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, who are a tag team. So it was basically a 1-on-2. Great match. It was lackluster. If I had to grade it, I'd grade it like a C. AJ Styles is a phenomenal wrestler. He's athletic. He can sell on the mic. He's a great. I just love his whole persona and his gimmick. Kevin Owens is another great character, great gimmick. He sells it, and he sells his character hard. I'm not a huge fan of Sami Zayn. I think he could do a lot better, even though the heel turn is helping him out a little bit. But the match was lackluster at best. AJ does what he does best. Superman punch off the top of the ropes, super athletic stuff, and he found a way to basically retain his title, which was great.
That sounds like a great combo. Usually, it's
I got this great wrestler. Historical moment for the males' night was Shinsuke Nakamura winning the Rumble, and it basically came down to him and Roman Reigns, and we all really, me and my buddies were watching, and we literally thought Roman Reigns was going to get over again, and we're kind of tired of the push, and we're kind of wishing that WWE kind of takes a different route with some of these people that they decide to promote and push.
Right.
But Shinsuke, strong style, shout out. He can sell, and he's a great gimmick. And they finally decided to give him a shot. So, essentially, in my eyes, I think he's one of I want to say the first Japanese wrestler to win the Rumble.
Oh, word!
Because Yokozuna wasn't Japanese.
That doesn't count, man. That's
and then that was pretty much that was historical in a sense. And then what made it even more historical was the First Ladies Rumble came out, 30 characters came out, 30 female wrestlers, old and new. Trish Stratus came out, Kelly came out, Jacqueline came out. It was great to see all these old school women wrestlers who paved the way for the current roster of girls who are actually pretty phenomenal in what they're doing.
Right.
And basically, since it was the first one, there was 2 women's champions. The SmackDown champion is the Raw champion, who was Charlotte, who's the Raw, and Alexa Bliss, who's the SmackDown champion. And the winner gets to pick which title she gets to pretty much gets the challenge for. Asuka, who is probably one of the up and coming female wrestlers in my eyes, my favorite currently. She's just like Shinsuke with the strong style. It's very unique. It's a very great gimmick. But she's a great wrestler. Super athletic, super fast, and just willing to try anything to kind of basically sell. And she does a great job at it. And she took the cake and won it. And so now you have 2 Japanese winners on both ends. The women's Rumble was won by a Japanese American woman, and you got Shinsuke Nakamura who won the men's Royal Rumble. So it was pretty huge in that sense. And the thing for me, the night that ended was supposed to be great was basically they introduced Ronda Rousey.
Right.
So
and signed a full-time contract with WWE
after she got her face totally obliterated.
Absolutely knocked sideways. 100%.
And, stick to the sport, brother. Stick to
you know, but it was probably, it was the next step for her, and we all knew it was coming.
Right.
Nobody did not expect to see it. But long story short, she came out. She didn't say anything though. Like
she just came out and pointed.
And just pointed at the WrestleMania.
Pointed at WrestleMania.
And then she tries to shake Asuka's hand, and then Asuka, pretty much thought was gonna shake, and then slaps it and gives her this look like, yeah, whatever.
Do you think she's gonna be able to sell in WWE?
No.
I don't think so either.
She can't. She's not great on the mic.
Right.
She's not a great mic voice. And
I don't even know if she's gonna be a good wrestler either.
I think she could, because she's probably. I mean, her signature move is probably gonna be the armbar.
Oh, she's done a little bit of acting, so
a little bit, yeah.
A little bit. We'll see. Hopefully they'll put some good coaching behind her. Put some good proper wrestlers behind her to help her out. But I just don't see her being phenomenally great. Brock Lesnar, she's probably going to go the Brock Lesnar route and probably get somebody to manage her and pretty much sell her, kind of like how
get a good manager then.
Yeah, you need to, especially if you can't. I mean, Brock isn't great on the mic, but Paul Heyman sells the hell out of Brock Lesnar. So hopefully she can kind of get into some type of situation like that will help her out. And I like Ronda Rousey. I never thought she was a lame person in life. I thought she was a go-getter, and I really enjoyed watching the UFC. So if she can kind of parlay this into a career for herself, that's great.
Yeah.
And hopefully she can, kind of work her way up. As long as they don't give her a Brock Lesnar push off, right? Pissed off.
But it's coming.
Yeah, you know it.
I figured they'll go a different route. They'll really try to capitalize on the star status. She did a couple episodes of Entourage. I think Turtle.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yep. So we'll get him in there.
Oh.
All right.
But so at the end of the day. That was pretty much it. Those are pretty much the most notable matches of the night for me. The Usos defended their tag titles, which are pretty cool. I love the Usos. I'm sorry. No, I actually love the Usos. I love the Usos, man. They basically going that Samoan route where The Rock, came out with this gimmicky Samoan gimmick, and now they finally, it's like Vince said, hey, guys, you've done your part. You've paid your dues. Let loose, and they're letting these guys be them, and they're doing great. I love the day one-ish, and I need a hoodie fast. And that's pretty much it with the Rumble, man. If 2 thumbs up, I'll give it 2 thumbs up. It was notable for the historical wins for Nakamura and Asuka, so that's worth watching. Great gimmicks, great styles, and they're both great sellers. But at the end of the day, WWE does lack a lot. The PGR was kind of taking its toll, but then again, I'm an older guy. I'm used to
some attitude there, some blood.
You just missed the cocaine. That's all, brother.
All right, strippers and cocaine, Pat. Strippers and cocaine. That's what it was about.
What's the next pay-per-view coming up?
Next pay-per-view, I want to say Mania is on its way around the corner.
Nice.
It's Mania. That's the next big pay-per-view. It's in Orlando this year.
All right.
And side mention, I thought it was going to be. I wasn't too happy to watch the Rumble because it was in Philly this year, and I'm a huge Pats fan, and I thought they were going to. In NXT Takeover on Saturday, they were. They came out in the F Tom Brady chant.
Yeah,
I wasn't too happy about that. Because Eagles fans are the worst.
They'll get it.
They really are.
Time. Give it time.
So hopefully, but they didn't break out of no Eagle, Tom Brady chants during the Rumble. It was actually pretty kosher and great. And another shout out to WWE. I don't know if you saw this thing on at Facebook with the little special needs kid, and the guy bought him a bootleg NXT belt from Toys R Us. And I guess they saw that, and they brought those 2 gentlemen, the older high school fellow who kind of basically took this special needs kid under his belt and brought him to the Rumble. And I mean, this kid had a wrestle-gasm in a matter of 20 minutes. He got to meet all the top wrestlers.
Right.
Triple H and Stephanie McMahon came out, presented with this nice award.
Did he meet the Miz?
No, he met AJ Styles, which is good enough, and they both got belts tossed and signatures.
Wait,
it was just always
did this little kid meet the boogeyman?
You guys hear the news about John Cena?
You
guys hear the news about John Cena?
No.
He's gonna play star in a video game movie adaptation. Guess which one?
Pokemon.
No. Who does John Cena meet?
Oh, I heard about that.
Duke
What?
Nukem.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No.
Yes.
Perfect.
I don't know if y'all could see on the camera. If you're not watching us, you should be
Yeah,
on
he does look
twitch.tv
like
/ the Geek Down. But Herb was like, Johnny was like, who's he gonna play? Herb was over there like, ooh.
He takes a piss. Oh, that's better.
Oh.
Yeah.
Boomstick.
Come get
Walk
some.
to the con, don't have time to play with myself.
Started with Macho, ended with Duke Nukem.
John
Perfect show.
Cena.
All right, well, going on that note, this has been the Geek Down.